Ah, right. As you see, I'm in the kitchen. Yes. In front of the cooker, doing the cooking. Again, seems to happen every night, doesn't it? You'd think I enjoy food at this rate. Well, of course, at the moment, anybody that is interested in cooking will maybe possibly thinking, oh, good, food, cooking, that's the kind of thing I like. Or they may think, not food. They like food, to be honest. Well, I wonder what he's going to do tonight. Well, I'm afraid, actually, for those expecting something new to happen, it's going to be a disappointment, because I am cooking something that I have done on this channel before, live and in video. It's another cauliflower cheese. I just asked if I could do cauliflower cheese, so I said, yeah, all right, why not? But I've already started as well, so I've already started, and I've got onions and garlic nicely browned off and caramelised, that's it. Yes. So, I was just about to add a couple of bits to it to give it a bit of depth, let's say. I'll tell you what, why don't we do the front instead? Let's do the front top. I'm going to add just a bit of cumin to it. And I used to do cauliflower cheese with a bit of garam masala, but I haven't got it. Cumin's one of those things you can't really go wrong by bunging a bit in there, so why not? Paprika, which is more for the colour than anything, because paprika have a smell. It doesn't really smell of much, it doesn't really taste of much. You know what paprika is? Well, if you don't know, I'll tell you. It is dried and ground red peppers. So now it is somewhat browny onions. Okay. 1 second, I'm going to, there we go, the colour there. And then, of course, mustard. We can't do this without mustard, can we? But I'm not going to put mustard in yet, because the next step is to add some flour. But I'm doing it slightly different this time to what I did last time. I always do them slightly different. I'm just going to add 1 spoonful of flour. And that is part of it because flour it's a product I'd like to use a bit less of if I could. And really, another thing that's nice for thickening sauces would be potato. But I'm going to have it as a nice kind of runny sauce, but then eggs. Going to bung in some eggs, so it sets inside the oven. Going to put a bit more in. I'll get this going. Put bits of milk in it, and then I'm going to see who's here in the chat with me tonight, because that's important, isn't it? Speaking to people who. Oh shit! Oh dear. Let's fix this first. Fix this first. Really don't want to get told off. Whilst I'm doing that, of course, I am potentially burning what's in there. I don't want that to happen. Now, you see, you can tell I know what I'm doing in the kitchen, because actually my instinct is to leave it, to not bother doing any cleaning up at all, but just to leave it and just carry on with the cooking, because that's what I want to do. Right, now next step is some milk. what we have now with 2 spoonfuls of flour, this is now like that. Okay, that's mixed in well with the butter and the olive oil. So we add a bit of milk to it, just a bit. Stir it around again, and then you've got to stick again. So then we add a bit more milk to it. Stir it around, of course, and guess what? It goes thick again. Oh look, there's 8 people here now. Gosh, that's just, yeah. Gosh, I miss the old days where it wasn't even that long ago where I had 40 or 50 people in. Where they all gone in? Right, now we've got enough milk in there to actually stop it from going too thick straight away. Well, I say that, that is still there. Yeah. Still very thick. It wants a lot more. But I'm doing it in stages like this because for 2 reasons. One is that the milk gets gradually heated up, so it's not just suddenly a cold thing in the pan. And also, by doing it like this, it's not going to just end up in sort of clots everywhere. Are they all gone again? Oh, this is awful. How dreadful. Now this looks sort of like caramel. So, a bit more milk. Keep the heat on. What a shame. Those people have gone before I've even said hello to them, and I really want to say hello to them. I'll get around to that in just one moment. I think there's going to be quite a lot of sauce here actually. Probably more than what I normally would have. Oh, Skip's here, I can see his name. I wonder if he's telling me off. I think I might put a bit too much flour in there actually. That's one of the dangers of never really measuring things out, just doing it as you go along. But then again, this is going to be enough sauce to fill up the big Pyrex, the big glass Pyrex dish that I have. So it does need to run. Now there we go, now I can really start to lash it in. Lash it in and stir it away. And then with this, the thing to do, if you care, all right, okay, so now it's gone running, is to add quite a bit more, so it's actually properly running. There we go, like that. And now it just looks like a milkshake, you see, which is fine. And this is the stage where the mustard can be added. And we want a nice spoonful. Yep. Normally I'm a bit more ready for it than that. Milk goes away. And suddenly I'm available for a chat. If anybody's watched one, that is. If anybody is sitting here, ready for a chat, and with having the this time I've put the cauliflower in the oven. Just on a low light, just to help dry it out a little bit, because what can happen is you can either cook it first, or you can put it in uncooked, and it will be cooked by the time it's been in for half an hour. But the only thing is, a lot of moisture comes out of it, and you could say a little bit too much moisture. Right then, okay, let's see. There seems to be quite a few people chatting away, which is always rather pleasant. So, Steekolg, hello everyone, says the Greenwood. I am your friendly resident moderator, here to sprinkle happiness and inner peace throughout the lovely community. Isn't that nice? The usual rules. Okay, I'll skip them this time.
Hello, Mustard, Steve, and Trey, says Andrew Buttigieg. Hello, Andrew. Hello, hello to you, Tracy. Hello, Bad Books is here as well, and I'm drunk. You're gonna get some shit, says Steve Cold. Oh, right. Now, some people, when they have a few beers, they become nice and warm and just lovely and friendly and chatty and things. Are you telling me you're one of these people that gets all angry and your arms flap around like helicopter blades? I hope not. Arrow Coton's cornstarch are good non-flour thickeners. Ah, well, thank you. Cornstarch. Cornstarch is surely just as bad as flour, though, isn't it? Start that one again. Simone, Hooks on Classics. Hello, Simone is here. Hello, Captain. I've been welding today. I know I saw some pictures of it. I thought, actually, just then, as you said that, I thought you said that I've been to a wedding today. And then, of course, I read it properly and I saw welding instead. Hello, everyone. Well, that's what we like. Apparently, Steve, it's okay because the boss has said it's fine to get drunk. So there we go. There's the toilet roll. Go for it, Steve. Go for it, Steve. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it, Steve. Nice trestle, Simone. Skick. Well, been helping a friend who has a small transport company, but I told the transport manager today that he's a backward FKER. I think of another friend. Why is he backwards though, Skick? Is he just backwards in the way he does things? I mean, often when you look at the way somebody does something, you're going to disagree with it. You're going to see something that they're not quite doing right. And yet they can do that with everyone, but you can't see it within yourself. And that's where helping people out it does require a little bit of diplomacy. Colon and backwards probably wouldn't really go down too well, but let me know how it went. Right, more cats in a box. Is that a world map, Steve Colgan? It looks like one. Oh, hi there, Captain. How's your day been? Asks Pingu Concord. Ah, right. Well, as you ask, I shall tell you. Yeah, why not? It was a slightly different one. Because why was it slightly different? I didn't really have a productive day particularly. I washed the MG because tomorrow the plan was actually to have a day off work, and I wanted the MG to be kind of nice. And I had a bit of a late night last night, and I couldn't really wake myself up today. And I actually had myself a little nap in the back of Toby Charles. Seats down, stretched out, coat over me, about half an hour. Brilliant. I mean, a car that you can actually do that in the lockup is great. Made me feel a lot better afterwards. And although that car isn't actually quite long enough for me to properly stretch out, you don't do. Who sleeps completely stretched out? Nobody, do they? You'll have this occasion where you will stretch things out, but we all sort of sleep a bit like that, don't we? Like an old lady with a handbag. So I was perfectly comfortable, just a bit cold. And that really explains that. I've had I had 4 eggs today as part of my cutting out the carbs thing. And I didn't really enjoy it. I ate the eggs and I just felt really hungry afterwards. The last time I did this, I was quite satisfied, but instead I just craved a chippy dinner. So now, tomorrow I'm going to have to start again. And once it started raining and there weren't really that much else I could do, I did edit the video for Nigel today, or a big chunk of it. Oh, I did put a door card a fit the door card onto Charlotte Church as well today. So it doesn't sound like great day. The third time I got to try this now, it doesn't sound like quite a lot of work, does it? Because it isn't. Mo Kuba, hi, Mr. Captain. Hello to you. Must be semi-rude person on the other live trace. Oh, really? Why is that then? Must be, or a ranty man in a wig on the toilet. Well, they all sound great, actually. I mean, that does seem to be the way to get some attention in a live stream, is by not wearing any clothes. But I can't do that because it would kind of change what people think of me, wouldn't it? What's today's recipe? I'm doing some cauliflower cheese because I bought a cauliflower last week and I neglected getting around to cooking it. I'm sorry I'm late. Nobody's ever late on a live stream, Sabrina. Honestly, it's fine. You never need to. Oh, right. Yes. Thank you, Greenwood. Yes. Live chat. So where was we up to then? Right. That's where we was up to. Steve Kulg, is that, I was going to say it looks like beer and a happy face, but I don't think it's beer. It looks more like it might be whiskey or something. And yeah, you're happy. Well, that's good. That's good to know. Oh yes, I didn't check the glycemic index of arrowroot and cornstarch. Cornstarch is used quite a lot for thickening things, isn't it? Like I said, potatoes would be a bit nicer, really. Another one, apologising for being late. You simply don't need to apologise. Tyler Kennedy, I'm sorry I'm late. I've just been making a model airplane and accidentally glued my hand to a piece. It's in the detail. That's what works, isn't it? That's what we like to see. Do you want to see me stirring? Look, I'm just stirring away. I often wondered really whether, as I get older, I'd be sat in front of the cooker, sat down, because it's less problematic for my back, rather than standing up. Actually, if I wasn't doing this, I wouldn't be sat down. I never am. Welcome. Are you an artist? Asks whoever you are. You can speak English, which is nice, but I can't read your username. I've got no idea what it says, but you are welcome here. Hi, Tyler. What scale? 172, 132, 148, or 124? Yeah, I knew he was going to say that. Yes. And I bet that Andrew Buttigieg was probably already thinking that himself anyway. Charlotte Caniston is here. Hello, Charlotte. Sleeping stretched out, says Greenwood. Oh, I don't know. I often assume the position of a stranded starfish when going to sleep. A stranded starfish. Oh, right. I see. That's like with one arm up there and then the other one over there. Looks like you're in the Bee Gees, right? Is that the one that you mean? So then a 6 foot bed's not big enough anyway. What you really need is about 6'7", and that's if you're not very tall. Are you star in cinema? And I think what you mean is, am I in television? And the answer is no. I'm not. I don't need to be. One day I'll have people banging on the door saying, come and be in my program. And I'll say, can't, too busy with my YouTube channel. Which I am. But, be nice if it paid a lot of money. I usually go for 1-in-1 with my Tyler. Good evening, Mustard, says Ed Usher. And good evening to you, Ed Usher. I did enjoy your state of the yard video. I didn't realise you had an SD1 hidden away. Is it a 3.5 litre or Vitesse? I'd love to see that back on the road. Well, that is a car that's not mine. That's why I have 2 videos of that car, if you're interested, on the channel. There's the one where I collected it, which was a couple of years back, and then there was another video about a year ago where I dragged it out, uncovered it, and had a good look underneath, and decided, well, tried to show what the car really needed, and it needs a lot. It needs an awful lot, but it's not mine, and it will actually be going quite soon, as I think I have mentioned. And that'll be good because that'll be another space in the yard. Although that particular car is actually paying to be there. Unlike everything else. so maybe I'll miss it after all. Moan and Elizabeth, hi, I'm new. Well, hello, and welcome to this live stream. Jake Official, I made my first music video. Well done, cool, excellent. And there's all right, okay, another deleted message. Hi Jake, well done. Yes, well done indeed. Moonstar May says, hi, I sub. Well, thank you. Anybody that wants to subscribe to this channel can do that. Anyone that wants to like the live stream can do that. And if you tell me, I will thank you, because I am genuinely grateful. And I will happily tell you that I am grateful. Maybe that'll be enough. Maybe that will be enough to inspire a few people. What's that say? Missed one there. I believe I've just seen the future. There's an older version of Captain Mustard, currently in America. I say, oh, hang on, and you've sent me a photo. But I can't look at it now, can I? But does he have the numbers? Virgie Pinto, hello, welcome Virgie Pinto. Have you washed your hair, or have you been dunking it in chip fat again? No, I had a shower about 15 minutes before I started. But thank you for asking. Oh, I should turn that off, just in case. Don't want to burn the cauliflower, do I? Brain Maxi, hello to you. Pop the YouTube link in the Facebook group. Good idea. Mustard, do you like AC/DC? Asks Simone. I was never really a fan of them. The one I did like, I liked that one. I can't remember. Back in Black, that's the one. I used to teach that riff to my students, and it was one of those where nobody could ever get the rhythm right, because I had other people playing it and they never got it right, because it was like ding, ding, and it's that they'd always play it on the beat rather than off, and it just didn't work. So like ding, doodling. I can't do it wrong. Anyway, never mind. It's not that exciting. But that's the only one I really like by them. If you want to ask random questions of other bands that I like, I'd be happy to answer them as well, actually. So I don't really listen to music very often, but there are a couple that I still find wonderful to listen to now as well. In fact, there is a band from the 80s and 90s that I listened to just the other day because I just remembered how much I liked them. And I'd like you to see if you guess what it is. Okay. I'm genuinely scared of accidentally swiping down and seeing something very disturbing. I don't blame you. But you can always swipe back up again, can't you? Oh, that's all you got to do. You won't see it for that long. And after all, you know, my face is probably disturbing enough. Yeah, 240 volts or phase or 3 phase. AC/DC are cool. TNT, no. Tyler Kennedy, no. That's a good guess, though. I mean, I like that because that's an obscure guess. That's not the obvious one to go for. So well done for that. To pow. That one's funny. Yeah. Yeah, I like that one, Tyler, because that's a clever guess. How about Rush? I was listening to them earlier. Do you know? No, I never got into them. Which is strange because they are, progressive rock. I always did like progressive rock. I like something that's got something a bit clever going on somewhere. The only thing with some progressive rock is they try to be too clever, and I find that with a lot of the really aggressive metal stuff that you get these days, where it's very, very well played, very, very takes an awful lot of practice to get to that level of playing, to make music that's so confusing. So I don't really know if there's any point to it. To power, yeah, okay. Just listen to Gary Glitter. He is called the paper engineer, currently talking sense to 42 watches. Spooky. Oh, I wish I had 42 watches at the moment. My dad's Scottish, like AC/DC. New Order asks, no. Pet Shop Boys, Mike and the Mechanics. No. It wasn't pop. Although Mike and the Mechanics, of course, Mike Rutherford, originally of Genesis. So not really progressive stuff any longer, but a bit more than just pop, I suppose. But no, not that kind of thing at all. Back in black. Yep. What unsolved historical puzzle would you most like to see definitely answered? Well, that's a rather intriguing question, Charlotte. I don't know. That's one I'd have to actually ponder about. But if I start pondering about it now, then I'd end up burning this, so I can't do. But if you've got, if you have one, an unsolved thing that you'd like to explain, please do, because someone here will definitely be interested. I can guarantee it. The Cure. I like The Cure actually, but never really that much. My claim to fame. Bon Scott lived in my neighbourhood when he was a wee bairn, and he went to primary school next to my secondary school. AC/DC played a small show at the tech school in 1976 or 77. That is quite cool. Alan Partridge Project. I don't know that much about Alan Partridge Project, and that was definitely, I think, late 70s. But the only one, there's a particular, like many of these bands, you have like one tune that gets played on the radio even 30, 40 years later. The Eye in the Sky. What a cool tune that is. I mean, I really, really like that one. If the rest of the music was as good as that, then I would definitely be seeking them out a bit. Tyler, Rosie or Jim? Tyler, Rosie or Jim? Or Rosie or Jim? Aphex Twin? No. Metallica? Yes, I very much. Metallica was when I was like of that age, about 17. I found them to be the most exciting band ever. Around Master of Puppets. Master of Puppets is one of those albums that I played over and over again. It really gave me the buzz. And what inspired me to learn to play guitar was actually Iron Maiden, but Metallica it was just a very different thing altogether. You could hear influences from music many years before. They certainly were a bit groundbreaking. KLF, oh god, Caleb's awful. I like Snowblind by Black Sabbath. Yeah. Paranoid. I like Black Sabbath. Bev Coles is here. AC/DC. Bonds. Oh, gosh, right. That's rather suggestive of you. You definitely love Alan Partridge Project then. His entire album, Eye in the Sky, is excellent. Yeah, there's an awful lot of albums like that that just get completely missed. What year is that album? I'd quite like to know. And I'd quite like to listen to it. But it's not actually anything like that. Simone, you spelled Mamba wrong. Pantera or Suicide Death Squad? No. Iron Maiden was one of the first bands I really got into, but no, I didn't write Mamba. Led Zeppelin. Oh yes, Led Zeppelin. Bit before my time, really, and it was something that was new at the time. Led Zeppelin. I mentioned this another live stream recently. Led Zeppelin, yes. Pink Floyd, Supertramp, all the kind of bands that my dad listened to when my mum went out. Very fond memories of that. My mum going out on a Thursday night. What a strange thing to have a fond memory of, but it meant that my dad was kind of free in the house to just play music. And he had musician friends and stuff as well. And I know I mentioned Alan Holdsworth. Lots of jazz friends. And that happened, it's just one of those really sort of special kind of memories with it, just hearing this music going on that didn't really happen the rest of the time. And you know why? Because the conflict between music and television. And my mum would watch television. My dad used to fix televisions for a living, but didn't want to watch one at all. He said that he used to refer to it as the cretin box. And there, I suppose, started my distaste for the thing, because I never really disagreed with that. Eye in the Sky 1982. Ah, right, okay, thank you. Led Zeppelin 2, favourite album. Oh, Fudge. Fudge 57. What should I do if I have a mental health problem? I have no job, no friends. Suddenly I fear the present moment and how everything revolves around me. My sanity is hanging in a thread, or on a thread rather. Well, it's very difficult to answer that question really that easily, because it's what you need is supportive people around you, and to be able to see beyond the current situation, to be able to see that it's not going to change and it's not going to stay like this. If you're a younger person, then it's very likely that you're experiencing the kind of an anxiety that many people do, and it does go away. But life is frightening. Life just, it confuses you, but it's temporary. That's the thing. It's all temporary. It all goes away. You find ways around it, and you end up becoming much happier with yourself because of it. Oh, that's a horrible noise. Stick around, because there were plenty of nice and helpful people here as well. Mike Oldfield, another one, of course. Tubular Bells, another one of those albums that I really got to know very, very well. And that's nice advice from Greenwood. If you need immediate help, please reach out to an organisation that can help. Google Samaritans, Befrienders Worldwide, or Childline for contact details. You're not alone. Exactly. Oh, right. Some Pink Floyd song makes me want to open up a vein. Nirvana. I quite like Nirvana, but they definitely wasn't. Tech shout, so Google it, NHS. Option 2 is useful for mental health right now. Also very helpful from Emma there. Charlotte Calliston, not Caniston. I really enjoy the energy behind the styles of Kentucky Minstrels music. Rosie and Jim have hard jobs. Rosie and Jim giving hard jobs out on the canal tiler. And Motorhead is alright sometimes. End up being an old man. Green Day, no. Billy Arms, biggest crush. I used to love watching Cilla Black singing on TV. It was so bad it was good. No, yeah, I don't remember actually liking any of that. Cilla Black. Now then, next thing to do is bung some cheese in. Nobody's guessed it anyway. I don't think anybody will guess this one. What's that? Sorry. Weird Al Yankovic. And girl play bass. MGK. What's MGK? I'm doing a cauliflower cheese matte finish photography. Green Day basket case. Weird Al Yankovic song, eBay, came out when I was just doing eBay and found it so hilarious. Scylla was terrible and very strange. Was she? I didn't think she was strange. I didn't think she was terrible either. I just wasn't interested. So I think that you get that with an awful lot of people that are on the TV. They're actually quite good at what they do. It's just that it just doesn't interest me at all. Cheese, right? Cheese. And I'll tell you what my favourite band actually was in one momento. How much cheese should we have, do you reckon? I mean, considering that that is our cauliflower dish, quite a lot. That's almost full. But it's tradition, of course, is that you always have to eat a bit of the cheese as you do it. Right. That much, yeah? 4 big pieces. No, not more than that. That much. 8 big pieces, yeah? No, a bit more than that. I want to be able to taste the cheese. So, I reckon I'm going to eat that bit. And that will make it perfect. And then there's enough cheese there for the rest of the week. Right, I'm going to leave that alone now. And just let it melt and do its business. Do its business. Not really, didn't come out quite well, that. And I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to eat the rest of this piece of cheese and make a cup of tea. Okay? Don't bleed. Don't bleed. No. I reckon it'll be. What's this? forgot, didn't I? Last night, I did say I was going to do a fishy live stream, but I completely forgot. I will do that just to see what happens. It's an experiment. Nobody has to watch it. I just want to see whether new people come along and watch it. Boaty would say no to Scylla. Oh, what was he up to? What's your favourite cheese? Cheddar. Cheddar's my favourite cheese. Cheddar is the best cheese. As much as I like all types of cheese, you can't really beat cheddar. Cheddar just does the job. Buzzcocks or Gazamadict? Right, that is a Opwap thing, isn't it? Really, Boaty wouldn't say no to Scylla, or corpse wap now, of course. Blind or not, cheese, white Stilton with apricots, or anything with garlic and black pepper in it. Well, in the sauce, there's already loads of garlic and black pepper. White Stilton, I think actually, I'd like to make a cheese sauce for this, but like using blue cheese instead. But I've eaten it alone, that's the only thing. Mum used to play an old tape of Queen every day. Susie and the Banshees, Hong Kong Garden says, well, maybe that's your favourite. Favourite cheese? I love paneer with some spinach and spices and saag paneer. How's your eyes today? Plain ball, I hope. They feel a lot better actually. Yesterday, I was really struggling with this doing the live stream. I kept having breaks, and today I seem to be doing it without really thinking about it so much. But they're not aching as much. So yeah, they're fine. Thank you very much. Baked camembert. Well, really, Emma. Fish for supper, not those ones. What kind of fish do you keep? I breed endless. I breed endless. Say sound. It's just a selection of tropical fish. My favourites are probably the torpedo barbs. Extra mature cheddar. Exactly, it's got to be. What's the point in it being mild cheddar? It's just tasteless and pointless. A bit like Ant and Dec. And will the fishy live stream be running all night? I'm still sick and a sleep erratic, so I might pop in. I don't know. Do you reckon I should do it? I shouldn't I? But maybe I could do with having the light off for a while now. Imagine they've just been having a right good feed. Without the light on, you won't be able to see anything. Although I could put the blue light on, that's less likely to encourage algae. Even though she's deaf. If breed endless, a fishy equivalent of EastEnders. I'm not going to make Boaty's scream. I'm Jeffed, says Steve Cole. That bad, eh? If you rub your eyes really hard, you can save money on fireworks. Sound very cool. I love tropical fish. The enders are very similar to guppies, small bit with lots of colours for the males. Yeah, I like guppies, but they're just a bit vulnerable. They just don't seem to live very well. When I was first had some, I was told that the penguin tetras are possibly the most durable fish you can get. Durable, yeah, the ones that are least likely to just die. And fair enough, they're all still here, so that was correct. Come on, Steve, you can make it, says Andrew, but he probably can't. He admitted it right from the start, and that was 45 minutes ago. No doubt he's been caning it ever since. Oh, could he? Oh, pins and needles and henge. I don't know if I'm allowed to read all those out, Ed Usher. I keep wanting to go Ed Usher, but of course it's not Ed Usher, it's Ed Usher. Right, okay, so as nobody guessed what my favourite band was that I have been listening to again recently, it is Voivod. Anybody know them? Voivod. Rather strange French Canadian band with not particularly nice singing and some um, weird chord sequences and signatures and everything like this everywhere, and I just found them fascinating. When I first heard them, I thought, this is a bit odd. This is a bit odd. Yeah, this is brilliant. And I could listen to them over and over again, more than any other band. And when I come back to listen to them again, I had them just on the speaker whilst cooking one day. I thought it needs to be loud. So I've been listening to it on headphones, and it's just fabulous. And by the looks of it, nobody's ever heard them. Oh, there we go. Thank you, spoon. You must stack the spoon of stirring things up. Oh, now I've got indigestion for some reason. I had trouble recently with that darn blue-green slimy algae. Keep the light off. More and feed and less feeding makes an improvement. Don't to add chemicals. It's not been too bad actually. I had trouble with that blue. Oh right, the blue-green slimy algae. Well, I have a scraper on a stick. It's like a Brillo pad on a plastic stick about that long. So I have to get my hand inside there. It's not that long. They just remove it quite easily. The only thing is, you get it all over the stones as well, so that doesn't really help a great deal. I had a spirit. Oh, you had spirit. Oh god, JD. Kraftwerk. Very synth and weird, and I never really got into those actually. There's a couple of songs that we all kind of know a little bit, but they did a whole load of stuff that has completely gone over my head. Ugh, the burps are coming again. Will that be connected with the indigestion, won't it? Mustard last spotted before his eye test trying to push bottle tops into the parking ticket machine. Do you drive, Tyler? Oh, hang on. You told me about this, didn't you? You got in trouble, didn't you? So, I don't think you do. You just have a canal boat. Well, anyway, they used to have free parking in Rochdale, just to try and encourage people to come in. It didn't really work. So then they started charging for it. And so now the thing to do is just go and park in Asda. You can park there for a while. Lexi Bonner, 2024. So you say, huh, right? Well, welcome, Lexi Bonner. I hope you like this live stream. My tipple of choice when I used to partake in alcoholic consumption, says Andrew Buttergeek. Not sure what it is though, or unless you're talking about the JD that Steve's on about. I once bought a bottle of Jack Daniels when I was 20, come to think of it. And I bought it because at the time I was still quite impressionable, I suppose. And lots of people, we basically had your sort of more rocky metal type people in the town, always drunk Newcastle Brown or JD. And most of them still do. It's like this lifestyle choice that they hung on to and thought, that's what you're supposed to do, that's what's best. And I've not really thought about it beyond that. That's my impression. Anyway, yeah, so JD, I didn't really get it. Didn't like it that much. Newcastle Brown, that was all right. I remember having 9 bottles of it one night on a Thursday night after I got paid. And then I couldn't go to work the next day. I didn't drive at the time. I didn't learn to drive until I got into my 20s. So I didn't really have that responsibility. I just had to get the train to work. But I couldn't. I really like Jean-Jacques Perrin. He was such a whiz on the Moog. I don't know him, but I know what a Moog is. Autobahn, the model, yes, that's what I'm thinking of. Rennie time. Rennie time, says Bev Coles. I've never had Rennie. I'm more concerned that I'm going to ask again, where's Skit gone? Skit turns up, says something, goes away. And I just always want him to hang around, really, so that we can disagree on things. Was Jack Daniels, yes. Runikia says, hi, hello. Is Lisa Stansfield from Rochdale? Yes, she is. Yes. Yes, she is. Quite a few famous people are from Rochdale, actually. I could go through them, but you probably wouldn't be that interested. Well, one of my favourite Rochdalians is actually Bill Oddie. You can't dislike Bill Oddie, can you? He was the best of the goodies. Are your girls doing more poppy, well, cabbage and lion, cabbage and poppy videos? They kind of wanted to do, but cabbage is certainly up for it. But poppy's a bit unsure. And I'm not going to try and talk them into it or anything. If they want to do it, then they can. But so all of those videos are just set as private because one of the little people was a bit. I think maybe someone from the school had seen one of them or something and said, "Oh, I don't like it," and it kind of put her off, which is a shame. Paige Curden, can you say my name? Paige Curden. Well, thank you. Please subscribe to my channel. I'd and coke with cannabis. Lukey Vodigil Matzen. Hi. Please say hi to me. Hello, Lukey. Or Lukey. Paige, I've said your name. Now, Andrew Buttigeek, 4.2. There's no need for a zero under there because it doesn't make any difference to the actual size of the number. But 4.2, take the zero off, get rid of the decimal point, 42. Best number ever. Page. Bill Oddie rules. Yes. He's still alive. At least I think he is. When you said that then, Bill was fab. Maybe you mean he was fabulous, but he's not anymore. And as a famous Rochdale person, do you think I've met him? Nope, I haven't. I've never met him. I met Bobby Ball once, though. In the late 80s, Bobby Ball had a nightclub in Rochdale called Braces. And my dad helped with a lot of the electrics in there. And he said that he was a bit of a grumpy git. He was a bit grumpy and stressy, and he didn't really like him very much. Who's Bill Oddie? Everybody knows Bill Oddie. 1/3 of the Goonies, yes. Sparkles says hi, hello. You seem to be a kind man, says Lukey. Well, I do try to be. I certainly don't try to be the opposite of kind. Nobody would like me then, would they? And I'm from Netherlands, and that's lovely. Do stay. You're welcome to stay here. You're welcome to stay and join in with the chat, Lukey. Still going is Bill. Of course he is. And Graham Garden as well. There was only the other one. What's it called? Tim Brooke Taylor. Tim Brooke Taylor died of COVID, didn't he, of all things? And actually, quite a few famous... Well, Bobby Ball did as well, didn't he? Quite a few famous people did, which is rather unfortunate. But just kind of shows that it was actually real. Unless, of course, you'd think it's a conspiracy. Lot done. Oh, right, hang on. The only drug worthwhile taking in the old days was speed. All right. Not done, not done, not done, not done. Is that no need to drink and lose weight and get shitloads done? Ah. Don't drink and drive, smoke weed and fly. Very good. I remember from the very early 80s, somebody had a sticker on the back of their car that read, "Don't drink and drive, you'll spill it." And I never understood that until years later. I don't know why I didn't understand it, because it's pretty obvious, really. Now, I think that this cheesy sauce is about ready. But to make it even more ready and a bit more like something else, it is, as I said, it's going to have a couple of eggs popped into it. Oh, maybe actually the correct number would be 4. If I do moussaka, I'll do 4 eggs. So yeah, 4 eggs, that's the answer. I shall pop them into this first, just to check that they are okay. I could actually just see the float, but roll perfectly in dates. If they're bad, they stink. Fabulous. So the curious thing then is that, as I've seen here tonight, a few new people have come in. So even though those huge numbers have disappeared that startled me to begin with, there's still new people popping in, and the channel is still getting views. And the really interesting thing is that although the numbers aren't huge with the watches, they're pretty good on watch hours. So it means that people are coming in and watching and mostly staying, and that's because they're my regular people, yes. And then there are people that come and watch the live stream afterwards as well. Some do. Oh, also, bit of a cop out, but magic ingredient, bacon. Bacon on the top. So I shall get some out of the fridge. And what I should do actually is leave this to stand for a few minutes just to cool down a little tiny bit, so it doesn't just cook straight away. Because otherwise it's going to, if it's too hot in there, it's just going to turn into scrambled egg instead, and I don't really want that. I want the setting to happen after rather than during. But that's fine, it just gives me more of a chance to catch up and read some more comments out. That was nice then. I felt that my voice went ever so slightly like a nighttime radio DJ. And I just think, that would be fabulous. Imagine just sitting here, speaking quietly and calmly and playing my favourite ever music and having messages coming. I never thought how much I would quite like that, but I think I would. So. Oh gosh, right, that's weird. There's quite a lot of people suddenly turned up and just left strange messages. Don't know what that is, tea called. Let's have perp of the sauce. Oh, a peep, you mean? A peep of the sauce. Right, oh, there we go. Just kind of vaguely yellowy sauce. I will take some pictures of it afterwards, of course, and do what I always think about doing, and sometimes forget, which is to bung a picture on the community thing. Peep, yes, peep. Ah, right. Right. Texas Terry says $100. Your electric bike has extra reflectors. Well, that's good to know. Thank you. Subin, hello. Even though I failed maths, I didn't fail in the kitchen, and that encourages me. Well, okay, well that's good. You no need to fail in the kitchen. Welcome, Subin, to the live stream. Don't forget to like. And Steve Cook with his different coloured hands again. Organic eggs for sure. They should all be organic. Fernando says, show us the fish. You just get to see the fish from time to time as I move out of the way. Someone's been hidden. And there were a few new people just popped in just then. That's unusual. Ayman Linzag. Hey, Ayman Linzag. Hey, how are you, Captain Mustard? I am fine, thank you. No free-range eggs. They are free-range eggs. Yeah, they are free-range eggs. I mean, they're not the most expensive of them, but they are free-range eggs. Quite the cucaracha. Well, I certainly try. Right. Thank you, Greenwood. I did actually see that and thought, what does that even mean? But that's the thing, right? Okay. Hidden person is because they're trying to get Mustard to say something offensive in another language, and that's a really tricky way of doing it. That's a really sneaky way of doing it, isn't it? We've not had this one for a few days where there's this joke that lots of teenagers seem to find hilarious about knees. So it makes a change, I suppose, at least. Where do you get your energy from? Asks Steve Cork. I'm not sure which energy company that we're using at the moment. It's probably Eon, though. I tell you what, I'm missing the trolls a little bit. The trolls gave me something to really bite back with, and it was fun, and they just don't seem to be here. So maybe what I should do would be just to encourage my regular viewers just to be a bit difficult. Maybe that's why I like scapegoating so much. My dude ain't had an antibiotic in 67 years. All natural healing and oils. Well, antibiotics, I'd agree with that. I'm not a fan of antibiotics. I've had antibiotics, I think, twice in my life. I've avoided them. I'm not anti-vaxxer or anything like that. I just don't really think that often antibiotics are the answer to things. What's your favourite genre of music? Asks Eamon. I don't really have one. I don't like rap. I don't like stuff like that. I don't particularly like pop music. I always like progressive rock and classical music of its various types. From us, the subscribers. Right, show me the fish, bro. Again, says Fernando. There you go. Are you still here? Right. So I said, yeah, we've done this one before as well, haven't we? Hi, Mustard. Can you please give my brother-in-law's page a shout out? It's called Cars and Stuff. Yes, Cars and Stuff. There we go. Welcome. Steve. Oh, right. Sean is here, and he doesn't know how to spell paedophile. That's a shame, isn't it? Go back, look it up in the dictionary, and that might help you out. Scarlett Johnson says hi, hello. No, I only buy free-range eggs from Aldi or Lidl. Really yellow orange yolks the other day. They're perfectly okay. In fact, I prefer the eggs from. Oh, I'll tell you what. I bought free-range eggs from the farm, and I didn't think they were any better than these. Mustard, I remember the days you had hundreds in here. What happened? I don't know. No idea. Well, it was just basically I was picked up on the algorithm, and the algorithm is one of those mysterious things that you can never really entirely figure out. So I was on there. Something I must have changed or something I must have done that meant that it didn't work. I might get picked back up again because I mean it was a fluke in the first place. I didn't earn it. I was just lucky. Around 15 years ago, when Barbara and I liked each other living in Stoke Newington, London, my son bought home Bill Oddie's daughter. Ah, very lovely girl, but awfully loud, if you know what I mean. My son, the Rotter. Barbara Castellanos. I'm Barbara. Welcome, Barbara. Ed Usher, I saw her in Mona Lisa with Bob Hoskins. Last time I scrolled down there was a man dressed as a woman shaking his bum whilst playing video games. Ah, right, John. Ed Usher, are you a lefty or do you agree that London has been destroyed? Neil Madrid says hello, and Taylor Morgan, what's up? I can't spell dyslexic. Jake Blues. Correct. Oh gosh, right. Now that little session with the reading glasses on did start to make him a bit uncomfortable. Right, okay, it's only 10 o'clock, still plenty of time. Right, now as I bung in the egg into this, it's going to need a right jolly good mix up, and it'll make it, it'll change the texture of it quite a bit. You know, all the way round, all the way up to the bottom. And what's the best way to? It makes it more jelly-like, I suppose. Right, and then just simply tip it on. It's running enough to find its way around every single corner. And yes, it does smell quite good. So, putting bacon on it, yeah, is that a good idea? Well, I'm not a fan of the putting bacon and cheese with absolutely everything, but it does work with this. It's just the saltiness of the bacon, I guess. Don't particularly want to be wasting any of this. Right, there we go, that's nice and full. Then some bacon. Don't overdo it, just put a few bits on there. Oh, I ripped it wrong now. Oh no. Now, you know when you take the cheese and you have a bit of the cheese as you do it, you shouldn't really do that with bacon. Although smoked bacon shouldn't be too bad. Is it okay, do you reckon, to eat smoked bacon without it being cooked? I guess we're thinking actually for Monday's little trip out. I'm going to cook some sausages on the manifold. Very satisfying thing to do. Right, so that was supposed to be just a couple of bits of bacon, but it's turned out to be quite a lot. It's just as well I like the stuff. More left than I thought. Right, do you want to see it pre-cooked? Might as well, I suppose, don't you? Just wash my hands.
And now as well, I'm also really getting the urge for a beer. I've got some cheap lagers on the go, but do I deserve one? Should I aim for something before I'm allowed? 25? It's only 7 to go. Hello? Oh, have you gone to sleep yet?
No,
Right. What is it?
it's a bit of a funny head.
Ah, right, there we go. That's what it looks like before it's cooked. And the difference between it being cooked and not cooked will be not that much.
It's only just going in.
Yeah.
Wow.
It takes a while, doesn't it? If you want food, it has to be cooked.
You said you were starting it early, so you don't have to eat it later, you said.
What are you saying?
You said I'll start it early, so you don't have to eat it later.
Well, I did start it earlier. It takes as long as it takes, that's all. Now we should wrap up the bacon. Wrap up the bacon and do a... Oh! So, 25 likes and I can have a beer. Come on, help me out. Help me out. Quite like one. Let's get one ready. I'm bumming it in the freezer. Mind you, at this stage, might as well just put it in the... Oh, there's 19 there. Only another 6 to go. This stage, time to pop upstairs and say goodnight to the little people. Back in a couple of minutes. Yeah. See you in a bit, see you later. Oh, right.
what's been going on here then? I'm sorry for disappearing. But I have to see my little people off to bed, don't I? Oh, right, we've got 28 people watching. That's probably the trick. All I need to do is disappear, go upstairs, then people will turn up, won't they? And let's see where we was up to. Oh, gosh, it's very, very busy when I was that's where we was. And I'm actually dyslexic, says Jake. Well, that's doesn't stop you from being able to spell the word then, does it? Oh, I'm anti-COVID vax for sure, and apparently I'm in a higher risk group and had COVID before the vaccine. Very poorly for about a few weeks, and now natural immunity. Oh, Girl Dad cooking up deliciousness is here. Yes, there is cauliflower cheese in the oven. Something I've done quite a few times, so I should kind of get it right, I reckon. Why is speech impediment so difficult to say? As smell of vision. Detective Inky was or is here, and Helen Masanta as well. They ate smoked salmon raw, exactly, yeah. I bet you can't do it with bacon though. Somebody will know. Jake Blue's Eye, by the way, I'm from Wales. It's a small, damp and wet country next to England. I know. I would eat smoked bacon uncooked. There's so much crap in it that it's probably okay as long as it's fresh. SG123, Robbie Savage, I'm a huge fan. Or Robbie Savage, I don't know who he is. I hate fish, so I don't know what the smoked salmon tastes like. What does it taste like? Tastes like chicken. It's lovely, it's not fishy. Well, it's not fishy unless it's going off. That fishy smell only really appears once the bacteria started. Mustard, sort your kids out. And Jake's gone, right? Okay, bye, Jake. Anything smoked is a no-no. It's carcinogenic. Well, yeah, that's true enough. You're in trouble now, bless. Mustard, but you always look like you look like you was getting into trouble then. I always do. It's just this. That's yeah. I know. I show my fear very well. The ducks have landed, young man. Quack. Fish are drowning. I think. Well, yeah. I think Mrs. Mustard is quite a fierce one. Oh, Dinosaur Dad is here. Hello, Mustard and chat. I've always known Mustard's henpecked. Everybody's doing this now, right? Okay. Oh, and hi, Mrs. Moderator. Yes. There was an earthquake last night. There was. Where was it? Where was the earthquake? I saw some pictures of Dubai underwater before, which was a rather strange one. Oh, have I caught up? Wow, that was quick, wasn't it? That was quite impressive. I just rattled through the comments, thinking that I'm never going to catch back up again, and feared that everyone would disappear for my ignorance and unprofessionality in Los Angeles. Skick says, I had a friend a few years ago that was henpecked. He used to ask me if I would ring him on a Friday night and ask him, does he fancy an hour in the pub? Well, I'm not henpecked. I mean, really, I do very much do my own thing. I spend 7 days a week out. I come home. I mean, yeah, the cooking thing's actually quite a nice thing for somebody that wants to eat as well. But, you know, I spend a couple of hours in the kitchen just doing my own thing as well. And then I end up staying awake by myself as well. So I'm quite happy with it all, really. Do you like to read books? Asks JG since 71. I'm sure you've asked me this one before, actually. I would like to read books if only I had the time. Skick never turned up. Skick never turned up. Who never? Skick, he did. Skick's here. Well, he was here. Skick was here a minute ago. He's probably gone again now. He does tend to come and go quite quickly, but that's fine. That's up to him, and I don't really mind. Good old Skick. That does smell quite good, actually. What's your favourite singing artist? I don't know. Do you know the thing is, JG since 1971. I just presume when I saw your name that you were born in 1971, making you 53 years old or 54 at some point. Well, no, 52 or 53 rather. But that's that's the kind of question that I would have thought somebody a bit younger would ask, actually. No, eyes. Yes, just then they started just to do that thing again, which is somewhat unpleasant that I just have to tolerate, don't I? That means that less reading the comments and more just winging it instead, or trying to see if I can read it like here. Denise Maiden is here. What's your cooking and how's it going? See, I can read sometimes. I can do it sometimes. Cauliflower cheese is the answer, and it's going fine. It's going super duper fine, in fact. It's going rather wonderfully. Oh, there's a deleted message there. What a pity. I bought a 1940s hand axe from Leeds Market, and I don't have... No, I can't read it. I've got to put the glasses back on. I bought a 1940s hand axe from Leeds Market. I don't have a fire, but it could be used. Do you have a pool? No. No, why would I have a pool? Oh, right, I see. We got, right, I see. Yes. Dinosaur Dad likes cauliflower cheese. I keep calling you Dinosaur Dad when your name is not Dinosaur Dad, it's now Dino Dad. I do, says JG. What, you do what, have a swimming pool? Or something else? No intellect, no politics, yes please, back again and right next to my house, not me. Right, well if you've got your own house then presumably you are, unless of course it's your parents' house. One more like and I can have that beer. What did I put it in the freezer? I did. For anyone that's really interested then, have a look at the little fishes. Oh, that was it. That's what I was doing before. I could do this now. It's much more comfortable. Just sit in front of the tank. My only real reason for sitting over there in the first place was to either charge the phone or to be near whatever's cooking. And of course, whilst it's just in the oven, I don't really need to be that concerned with it, do I? Just does some sounds going on up there. Oh gosh. Like, yes, thank you. But not me, not in England. IGTB. Right, you're going. I take it right. Okay, bye. Like, yes, thank you, Bev. Thank you. 25. There we go. Hooray! I have a very long pool in my back garden. Yes. Oh, right. Is it night there? Yes, it is. It is night time. And you've already been given the time by Emma Lemon of 10:15, of which it is right now. To be fair, it is a really nice, soothing fish tank. And that is exactly why we have them, isn't it? We have a nice variety of fish that do different things and just swim about in different ways. Some of them are friendly, and you put your finger to there, and they want to come over and say hello, like these, the rosy barbs and platies. They're kind of just a bit curious. And then some of the others are a bit timid, so if you go too close, I was going to say run away, but they don't actually run at all, do they? I think they swim. But so many different colours and swimming styles and speeds and things. I can find them just nice to sit and watch for ages. That would be an idea. I could actually have the live stream later on where I just sit and watch the fish and you can sit with me. Or somebody can sit with me. But I won't be doing any talking. I'll just... Oh, the only thing is sound. Sound's not particularly good. Because it'd be quiet, I need to do something with the microphone so you can't hear the kind of ambient sounds going on. Otherwise, every time I cough or burp, you're going to think that man's disgusting. That would be nice, wouldn't it? How long ago did I put that in there? Cauliflower cheese, that is. The cauliflower cheese in the oven. Anyway, being as I've got my 25 likes, I will, and I feel like I should, basically have that beer. Is anyone going to tell me off this? I thought, actually, does it come across as being somewhat irresponsible doing a live stream with a beer on the go? Because some people will basically have a bit of a problem with it. But I'm not getting drunk. I'm just having a beer. At this time of night, that can't be that bad, can it, surely? Yeah. And we're not in a pool. Time's dragging tonight. No rainbows. Rainbows? What rainbows are those, Steve? We're playing pool. It's 2:15 here in 2:15. It was 4 hours. 4 hours ahead. Well, where are you then? That's 2:15 p.m. Oh, right. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, so you're behind. I'm thinking you're ahead there. No, you're behind. NT, poopy pants. Poop. Yes. Very good. Well done. Well done for pointing out poopy pants. I don't know what it means, but you're very welcome to say it. I've got a rather large puddle in my back garden, but that's all. And that is your idea of a pool, isn't it? It's a pool for the frogs and slugs and snails and all of the little creatures that do enjoy somewhere damp to hang about with their mates. Farts, says NT. Yes, those as well. And there's going to be many other things you could say that are in that ballpark of smelly, pooey, not particularly nice, but maybe just a bit funny as well. But dank. Oh. Dino Dad, what meat would you have with cauliflower cheese? Growing up, we'd have sliced corned beef. I usually do cauliflower cheese just to have by itself, but I mean, some potatoes, some boiled potatoes, and some green beans would be good. But I'm not really in the mood for making anything else, and it is already slightly late. I did try and get this cooking thing set off a little bit earlier, but it's quite time consuming when you're doing it properly. I've never been a fan of cauliflower cheese though. Corned beef. I think it's probably best in spam though. I have a corner one. What? Oh, a swimming pool. Controversial, but I love cauliflower cheese with my roast dinner. Love it with Christmas dinner. How controversial is that? Is it really controversial? Do you have people looking through the window and going, oh, she's doing that all wrong. Hey, have you seen what she's doing next door? Nope. Oh no, they don't speak like that down there, do they? That might be the kind of controversial you mean. It's not traditional with Christmas dinner, but it doesn't mean that you can't have it. And do you like a proper cauliflower cheese like I've made, where it's going to have a lot of cheesy flavour to it? Or are you more into the kind of thing you might get in one of these chain eateries, what's that word? What's the carveries, that's it, where it looks like cauliflower that's just been dipped in yogurt. That's what they have here, and it's useless. You have transgender swordtails, says Tyler Kennedy. Yes, I do. Only 2 of them, and they've not changed at all. They've just remained the same throughout all the time. I was told that they can just change, and then suddenly you've got a fish tank full of tiny little swordtails. Skick. Had a blood test and was called in to see the nurse and was told that my sugar levels and cholesterol was too high. I need to start looking after my diet. And you probably had some advice there as well that may well be exactly what you need. What's the naughtiest thing you've ever done to get a telling off Mrs. Mustard? And did you sit on a naughty step? I don't know. The trouble is, I'm the kind of person that if I get told off, I don't even notice. I have 2 frogs in mine, but they come up for air once in a blue moon. Do you have money? Asked Rick Dixon. Yeah, how much do you need? Or what you really mean is, do I have a lot of money? And the answer is no. No, I haven't got a lot of money. Very few people have lots and lots of money, and of course those tend to hang on to it and not share it. That person that was in last night that was going on about money being the most important thing ever was particularly boring after a while, I would say, because if everybody were like that, where they just basically hung on to all the money, then we'd have to either all be rich, which would mean for them it wouldn't really mean anything, and there wouldn't be enough money for everybody to be rich, would there? That's the point. So instead, what we have are people that are well off and then people that are incredibly rich, and to help incredibly rich people be incredibly rich, it means that poor people have to be poorer. Hence the phrase, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, because it's the only way it can work. And I think at that stage, there's nothing nice. Well, I mean, there is for that one person, but there's nothing nice about the attitude of being rich. It just shows a very, very uncompassionate side to humanity. Night all, says Steve Cole. Good night to you as well. There's a few pools in my street, but we just don't have a hot tub under the water. Craving corned beef. Not had it for 40 years. Oh. I can't. Maybe you should buy some corned beef, eat it, and then it'll be another 40 years before you'll be craving it again, I reckon. I was looking at this nurse. She was at least 35 stone. Must have been 3 stone. Gosh. That's something, isn't it? So it does make me wonder, actually. You do see some people in the NHS that are really, really incredibly overweight, offering advice about people being overweight or bad habits. Yeah. Did she give you advice about what to eat? I love cauliflower cheese on its own. Very yummy and satisfying, says Bev. When in England, drink beer. Why would viewers have a problem with it? I don't know. It's maybe I just worry about things. Maybe I just concern myself with stuff that I shouldn't. Alfonso is here. Do you remember the time that you dared to give yourself a fish bowl enema? And remember, you swore up and down, and you felt the fish going up. No, I don't. You're probably thinking of somebody else. Zafiri Woody. Hi, howdy, hi, hello. I do live streams with a glass of wine. It helps me get my brain lubricated. I think it does sometimes if you have one, maybe if you have two even. But when you go much beyond that, then it stops becoming lubricated and starts to become drowned instead. See you on Boaty's live stream. Are you really going to make it, Steve? Fish Tank Corner. Oh, I see. Right. The Greenwood won't be there. My great uncle used to swim in the canal when he was younger. He swam into a dead cat. Some people hate cauliflower cheese with a roast. I've seen massive debates on it on Facebook. And yes, real cheesy flavour. Well, it's amazing what people will have what they call a debate on, isn't it? It's like I see some really tragic ideas of a debate, like which way the toilet roll should be, or anything that says, let's settle this. It's just enough to make me cringe. And maybe I think that's the idea, is you've got to look at it and go, oh, but then because of that, you don't want to be involved in it. Because calling something a debate when all it is just something trivial as to what you call it or don't call it, shows the level of critical thinking in the UK. Evening all says black lines. Hello, black lines. Steve Cole. At night, all you kill me. Money like food, says son of Jack, is lovely to have loads, but all you need is enough. When Barbara and I moved to Sussex, I invited the locals over for last orders round. More drinks. I ended up naked wrestling with a young gentleman and a scantily clad young fillies dancing on the patio. Sounds like fun. Sounds like parties I've been to, right? Yeah. Yeah, gosh, I remember some parties a bit like that. And I was never the fortunate one that really got to enjoy it as much, though. You can be rich and not have a lot of money, says Tyler. Yes. The old bag never lets us have fun. Memories of jacuzzi and a chicken hand. Delete my comments. A lot of people look rich but are actually massively in debt to fund the illusion, and that's the worst kind, isn't it? That case in point, a lot of Tesla drivers, Tesla, whichever one it is. Yes, it's something I see an awful lot. So, yeah, to fund the illusion of being well off. It's something you see an awful lot of, and it's just a bizarre way to go about things. You want people to think that you're more fortunate than what you are. Why? Why would you really want that? Well, it is so that people that are like you will think you're better than what you really are, and therefore better than them. But because that way of thinking doesn't make you a better person, it makes you a worse person. It's a bit like wearing a T-shirt that says I'm a punter, isn't it? And that's all fueled by some by some machine there that's making the money off you in the first place rather than giving it to you. Not that I've got I haven't got any major hang up against Tesla or anything. I don't want one myself. Remove the last two insane ones for you. Did you think Ed was inviting us to eat chicken in his jacuzzi? No, says the Greenwood. I thought he was someone I knew from back then, a heart-stopping moment. They're still awake. They're still awake, Steve. They'll be awake for another hour, really. They just don't go to sleep. They are like me. They come awake at night time, and then in the morning they don't want to get up, of course. God of Sales, which countries are you from? I am from India. Well, I am from the UK, specifically India. England, as quite a few people here are. Tracy and Emma. Oh, hang on. Tracy and Emma. In my head, I have two versions of you being like Rita Sue and Bob too. Dino Dad, wishful thinking there. Have you met us then? They never get away with that film nowadays. That's what I did. Or crying game for surprise. A blooper. Oh, right. We're going to finish this live stream quite soon because I am really starting to struggle with reading. And the only trouble is there's no real solution to this, except, well, as I say, I haven't got the solution at the moment, but the solution would be another device that's bigger, that I can sit here with, that has much bigger writing. The kind of writing I can read without needing glasses on. That's the answer, isn't it? Oh, hang on, who's this? Oh, Marcus was here. Hi everyone, just wanted to pop in and say hello. I'm sorry for not watching your lives. You don't have to be sorry. You never have to be sorry. Must have my grandma used to use a magnifying glass. What, on a live stream? If you're in Upper Mill for, you get, if you're for Upper Mill, what you get is a 10k loan for BMW on finance and a Rolex, so you can look well hard. Yes, that's what I was thinking. A tablet. Let's have a quick check on this food. Ooh. Well, it looks and smells right, but as the eggy set, that's the thing. Not quite. The egg's got to set, otherwise it's just going to be running everywhere, isn't it? Yes, thank you, Emma Lemon. Don't forget to put the fishy live stream on. Also, if burglars break in, they'll steal the tank or it springs a leak. I'll be here panicking. Yes, I was going to say tablet. Do you watch IPL Indian Premier? No, I don't. IPL, no. Oh, right. I think you should get software that reads the comments out in different voices. Right. Anyway, I think that's where I'm going to end it tonight. Hopefully, we'll have a few new people on board. Oh, hang on. Who's that? Retro the Cake. You're like a blonde Dave Grohl. Oh, thank you. I was going to say, I was talking about my favourite band before. Dave Grohl banged on about how much he liked Voivod. And you can hear the influence of Voivod in the music of the Foo Fighters. I certainly can anyway. Right. So, thank you very much, everybody who's joined me tonight. A massive thank you to the Greenwood for moderating. But your job's got much easier. Much easier. So, thank you for everyone who's joined in. Thank you, absolutely everybody who's been here. Thank you, big thank you for anyone who's liked and subscribed as well. And I will see you in the next one. See you in the next one.